Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're jumping right into what basically everyone was calling the final before the final. We're talking about a highly anticipated clash between an unstoppable force and an immovable object, and man, did it deliver an absolute masterclass. Spain walked away with a stunning 2-0 victory over France in 90 minutes that completely defied expectations. So if you love dissecting how matches are truly won and lost on the pitch, you are absolutely in the right place. Let's get into it.
Right from the opening whistle, the stakes were just crystal clear. France came into this match boasting a terrifying 8-goal attack. I mean, we're talking about the most feared forward line in the entire tournament, featuring absolute superstars like Kylian Mbappe and Ousmane Dembele. And standing in their way, Spain's almost flawless defensive shield. They had conceded just one single goal in their previous 7 matches. It was the ultimate test, right? The most complete squad at the tournament, squaring off against the most dangerous attack.
Act 1. Two forces meet. The tension heading into this one was palpable, especially since neither of these giants had trailed for a single second in their first 6 matches of the tournament.
And you literally can't ignore the psychological history here. Spain had already beaten France 2-1 back in the 2024 European Championship semifinal. Remember that match? A 16-year-old Lamine Yamal totally stunned France, becoming that tournament's youngest ever scorer. Fast forward to this matchup, and Yamal is stepping onto the pitch just one day after turning 19. That recent history, that specific heartbreak for France caused by this exact same player, really set a dramatic stage for this rematch.
Act 2. The execution. So how exactly did Spain dismantle all that French hype? Let's break it down.
Spain's game plan to break the ice was meticulously crafted. It started with Yamal deliberately hanging out wide on the right wing to isolate the French left-back Lucas Digne. Now, Digne held his own at first, but this constant, relentless pressure was basically a trap designed to break him, and it worked perfectly. That isolation eventually forced Digne into a crucial, fatal mistake. He fouled Yamal. The result, a 22nd-minute penalty awarded to La Roja.
Which brings us to the exact moment the momentum of this match permanently tilted. Oyarzabal steps up in the 22nd minute. The pressure in the stadium is deafening, but he just calmly buries his shot, putting Spain up 1-0. From that precise second, the whole dynamic shifted. France, a team that literally hadn't trailed all tournament, suddenly found themselves desperately chasing the game, and honestly, they never truly looked like they were going to equalize.
After that opening penalty started the domino effect, Spain just completely commanded the narrative. They delivered the knockout blow in the 58th minute. Spain was in absolute control. And Pedro Porro plays this brilliant give-and-go with Olmo before just coolly side-footing the ball past Mike Maignan to make it 2-0. Game over. Honestly, Spain could have won by even more. Yamal actually curled in a beautiful close-range shot in the 90th minute, but it was just barely chalked off by the offside flag.
But you know, the most fascinating part of this tactical masterclass was the stark contrast between the two teams. While Spain played with this cohesive brilliance, Kylian Mbappe, the tournament's golden boot leader, was totally neutralized. Every time France tried to transition, Spain repeatedly crowded him, starving him of space and limiting his touches in dangerous areas. He was completely suffocated. It got so frustrating for him that it actually culminated in Mbappe picking up a yellow card for a foul on the Spanish keeper, Unai Simon. France's attack just ended up looking desperate, disorganized, and entirely out of ideas.
Act 3. The autopsy. All right, let's pull back and look at the jaw-dropping statistics that prove this wasn't just a win, it was a total tactical siege. 0.3. I really want you to just process that number for a second. France's superstar attack, a front line featuring Mbappe, Dembele, Olise, and Doué, was held to a nearly impossible 0.3 expected goals. They managed a grand total of 10 shots all game, with a measly 3 on target. Holding an attack of that caliber to a fraction of a single expected goal, it's staggering. It speaks volumes about the absolute ironclad discipline of Spain's defense.
To put that into perspective, we are literally witnessing one of the greatest defensive performances in recent World Cup history. Across 7 matches, Spain has conceded just a single tiny sliver of a goal, that one goal against Belgium back in the quarterfinals. Every other squad they've faced has been completely shut out. That is 6 clean sheets in 7 matches. Absolutely wild.
And if you thought this dominance was just some lucky fluke, think again. Look at this number, 37. The Euro 2024 champions are now unbeaten in 37 consecutive matches. That is a staggering streak dating all the way back to March 2023. This is hands down the most complete squad at the tournament right now.
playing with an identity and defensive solidity that is just steamrolling everyone in their path.
Act 4. The ultimate stage awaits. With a frustrated France heading home, we turn our attention to the ultimate climax at MetLife Stadium. The fallout from this match really paints two completely different pictures. On one side, we're seeing an era come to an end in Dallas. Didier Deschamps has been at the helm for France for 14 years, taking them to victory in 2018 and the final in 2022. But now, that incredible reign ends right here in the semifinals. On the flip side, Spain is surging. Just like they did back in 2010, they are heading straight to the World Cup final, returning to the ultimate stage exactly 16 years after lifting their first trophy. Which leaves us with one thrilling, massive question heading into Sunday's clash in New York. With Spain, who are somehow now the clear-cut favorites waiting in the wings, armed with a 37-match unbeaten streak and a defense that simply refuses to break, who is going to survive to face this unstoppable machine? Will it be Argentina or will it be England? Whoever it ends up being, they have a monumental task ahead of them trying to crack that Spanish shield. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and we will see you in the next breakdown.